Don't be silly.
There was a band called the Beatles. 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 Musically, from England, came to America, big hit. Came from England, and they decided to make a movie to capitalize on the success. They decided to make a movie called Hard Day's Night. They were running around being the
Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down. Happy Thanksgiving, folks. This is a very special episode. The reason is it's Thanksgiving, baby. And I had mic problems again. So I'm gonna do a quick setup and then see if I can cut in at a good spot. So here's a quick setup for you. Hey, all right. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. We're back with another episode. This is a Thanksgiving episode, obviously. Hour 5, I believe, 5 p.m. But this is a different intro than what I had. I did an intro to the video that I'm going to show you, the clip. And what happened was when I looked at it back, it turned out the mic was bad, or it had a wire thing that happened, and it was kind of buzzing a little bit at the beginning, and then I adjusted it halfway through the commentary on the clip, and then it cleared up. So what I decided to do is just recap quickly what I talked about in the intro before. And basically what I was going to do was I wanted to do Let It Be, the Beatles movie, the original documentary, the hour-and-a-half one that came out in the 70s. Because Peter Jackson's movie of the Get Back, or docu-series, I guess it's a 3-parter, 2 hours each, I believe, so about 6 hours, is premiering today, Thanksgiving. This is, of course, an extension and kind of a reworking of the footage from Let It Be into kind of a nicer film, and they cleaned it all up pretty. I've seen clips of it that looks gorgeous. It looks like it was shot like yesterday, you know, it's so crazy. Because in the original one, it's very grainy because it was shot on 16 millimeter and then released just blown up, and back then the equipment to blow up was not very good. So you saw the graininess, and you know the colors were splotchy, and but in any case, the new one is looking good. And again, though, it's going to be sort of a brighter side than what Let It Be was, and I really wanted to show that movie. But of course, copyright things, even though it's not been released on DVD ever, and barely on VHS, it just I guess they still have a copyright on it. I had a copy from not YouTube, but Internet Archive that someone posted their VHS of it, and so I couldn't put that up. It was blocked, the whole thing pretty much, because I tested the whole movie. And so I thought, well, actually, I went back in my head and I thought, oh yeah, I wanted to do a Monty Python thing, a movie, but you know those are difficult, and a lot of people have seen most of them. I wanted to do one that a lot of people haven't seen, which was actually their very first movie before Holy Grail. But then with the Beatles thing coming up, I thought of this movie, and this is one that came out on TV, I think in the mid '70s or something like that. 76, 77, or a little later than 77, probably, because I know that there's Saturday Night Live was on at that time, and this is derived from Saturday Night Live, a small skit that was submitted by one of the Pythons, Eric Idle. Basically came up with the idea, and well, the movie was the Rutles. All You Need Is Cash. It was a TV movie, and it was great because it was both British and American production. So you have a lot of British actors, you have some Pythons in there, you got a couple at least, and then you have a few Saturday Night Live members of the time, Gilda Radner and John Belushi, and the classic ones, you know. So it came out at a good time, but it's really well detailed. It is. It's got a lot of references which are historical, which was on record, and of incidents in their career, private or you know public or whatever, and then it took those and just twisted them a little bit, which is what the Pythons do. And so, and if you haven't seen Monty Python, you've got to see that, man. I don't think I'll be able to do the one that I wanted to do for this series, but maybe just as a special pop up after I retire this thing. I thought I could still do a couple here and there. Just not going to attach it to a series, you know. But anyway, the Monty Python show, you got to see it. You got to see it.
Never mind that, my lad. I wish to complain about this parrot. What I purchased not half an hour ago from this very boutique.
Oh yes, the Norwegian blue. What's wrong with it?
I'll tell you what's wrong with it, my lad. It's dead. That's what's wrong with it.
No, it's resting. Look.
Look, my lad. I know a dead parrot when I see one, and I'm looking at one right now.
No, that's not dead. It's resting.
Resting?
Yeah, resting. Remarkable bird, the Norwegian blue, innit? Beautiful plumage.
The plumage don't enter into it. It's stone dead.
No, it's resting.
All right, then. If it's resting, I'll wake it up. Hello, Polly! I've got a nice fresh cuttlefish for you if you wake up Mr. Polly Parrot.
There he moved.
No, he didn't. That was you pushing the cage.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
And the movie that I was going to do, maybe I'll do later. So anyway, the Rutles. Yeah, this is a good one. This is the music is good. It was co-written. Well, actually, most of it I think was all written pretty much by Neil Innes. I think is how you pronounce his name. Innes is how it's spelled. I'm not sure exactly how it's supposed to be pronounced, but I do the best with that. Neil Innes. He passed away a few years ago, but he was the heart and soul of the Rutles, which were kind of like the Monkees or something. They were just a TV show band. They just did songs for the special, the 1.5 hour special. And then, you know, they put out a record of it. And then I think the record had enough pull, and it was nice packaging with the album. I have it. It's got, you know, sleeves like the Magical Mystery Tour album. It's got different pages you could look at of the movie. And so it wound up being a thing, and they wound up being a band. And Neil Innes had some of the guys that did the music from the TV special, and they would go around and tour, and they became kind of a big thing. I know they're big in Japan, as I've seen clips on YouTube, and they're pretty cool seeing them actually play the songs. And then I've seen actually Japanese imitators of the Rutles, which is, of course, that's completely out of this world, you know. But anyway, the movie The Rutles was created basically again by Eric Idle from the Monty Python group, and he plays the Paul character. Neil Innes plays the John Lennon character, and the music is actually really good. It actually holds up to the Beatles. Sometimes I listen to it and I feel like they're just lost Beatles songs. They like alternate takes of things they were gonna do, and then they changed them. I mean, they really sound really like the Beatles, vocaling, and the instruments, and the production. You know, the way it's engineered and everything. It just sounds like Beatles stuff, and it's great the way it progresses, because they're gonna in the movie it talks about from the time they form, you know, and the Rutles I'm talking, not the Beatles, and from the time they form when they're youngsters, and then with photos and all that, and then up to when they do the famous rooftop concert. So you're gonna see a clip that I'm hoping is gonna basically sort of precede the rooftop concert, give you a little bit of history of the Rutles, because the Rutles did do a rooftop concert also, and in the movie. But anyway, let's get to the clip, and so I'm gonna have to cut over to the noisy Vince on the camera in front of the computer monitor where I watch the clips. I mean, where the other Vince watches the clips, and so I'll have to pass it to him, and then you'll hear some stupid noisy microphone, but well, I'll try to alter it a little in the audio so it's not so bad, and then I know it does get better halfway through, so at that point I won't have to worry about it. But let's go to that guy with the screwed up microphone, and happy Thanksgiving from me to you. So let's watch the setup to Let It Be. Well, not really, but the Python-esque version of the Beatles. Comes at the end of like a music video of a parody of I'm the Walrus. And, well, we'll see what's going on. You'll recognize a lot of the actors in this. This was actually a clip of the Beatles doing Your Mother Should Know, going down the staircase, but they put it in
I'm sitting
the
in a rented
I'm the Walrus
limousine
song.
in New
Never
York.
mind.
And it was here. Well, not in the limousine, obviously, but in New York.
This is
The
Eric
Rutles
Idle.
came in 1968 to announce the formation of Ruttle Corps. We're here in New York to announce the formation of Ruttle Corps. Nasty and I have come over on behalf of the other Rutles.
Yeah, they couldn't come.
Yeah. We're setting up Ruttle Corps as a kind of enterprise that people can
No, it
come
was
to
Apple.
us, and we'll
Apple
help them,
Corps
we'll
is
give
what
them money.
the Beatles,
You know, if they want
in
money,
their
they'll
own
just
sense
come
of
to
humor,
us.
said
instead of going
Apple
to a bank.
Corps.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want to help
And there was a
people
green
help
apple
themselves.
label, if you can
Ruttle
remember.
Corps did
These
just
guys had a
that.
banana.
People helped themselves for years. At one stage, they were losing money
shit.
faster than the British government.
There have been continued allegations that Ruttle Corps is going bankrupt. Eric Manchester, the Rutles press agent, are these allegations true?
No, they're conjecture, you know. They're sort of
That's
rumor.
Michael Palin,
I
another
think the
member
way
of
you get success,
Python.
you
And
know
there's
what's
George
fine.
Harrison doing the interview.
So
He's
the
the old
stories
guy
of the
right
thefts,
there.
they not
George
true also?
Harrison.
No, they're great.
So the idea is that
Greatly
they got ripped off a lot
it's
by
bad,
just
you know.
people,
Things are going.
hippies,
But
basically coming in and
like
taking
the rate
things.
that people indicate. The trouble is that people feel because these boys are the Rutles, people can come in and just help themselves to whatever they want, and this is just not on. And we're putting a stop to this, and we are doing. You know, it's almost dried up. Things have gone. I won't deny it. Television sets, the odd car belonging to the company has disappeared, but it's not extreme, you know. Well, I did come in once. I found that my office had been nicked, but it had been nicked by Ron Decline, who we called in to stop this sort of flow of goods from the building. So that was all right.
So once
Oh,
you see this
making all the
develop, do you
noise.
feel that Ruttle Corps will continue into the future?
Absolutely. I feel that once we've put a stop to this sort of bit of petty pilfering, Ruttle Corps will last for a very, very, very...
For a while, 3 chapters of the Redditch Hells Angels lived in the basement at Ruttle Corps before Stig had the nerve to ask them to leave.
Who hurt Stig? One of the girls. Who? Big Valerie. We're very upset, but there's not much we can do about it.
Why not?
Well, she'll thump me.
So, Stig injured by Big Valerie.
It's Ron Wood of the
Rutles
Rolling
next
Stones
opened a clothes
and
boutique
Big
in London,
Valerie.
which lost nearly $1 million in only 3 weeks before Nasty blew it up.
Nasty was the John Lennon character. Ron Nasty. There he is. Speaking of which. So here you've got your parody of Yellow Submarine, obviously. And it's also a mash of Day in the Life. Actually, pretty good animation. CHEESEANDONIONSO now. I learned this song on guitar. Madam Machine. Keep yourself clean. It was so good that I just thought, I gotta learn this. So dumb. But that's why the words, you know, when you sing songs, you don't really need real words. You just sing mishmash words. It doesn't have to make sense. You're just trying to get a melody out. But it's good how he spells it out. Yeah, speaking of Yellow Submarine, here's my little blue meanie. Everything nice. Okay, George, get back. Keep yourself clean. Look at that. Just bizarre. Yeah, Yellow Submarine is really good. It's you know, the Beatles movie. It's really one of the best animated movies, really.
He's getting out of here.
Oh shit.
Well, I'm gonna get out of here too.
Uh-oh. That's the parody of the Day in the Life note at the end. The one that goes forever.
They would sing together, but they wouldn't talk. Pretty soon, they wouldn't even sing.
Uh-oh.
By March 1969, things had got so bad within the group that both Dirk and Nasty got married. Not to each other, of course.
Oh shit. Oh yeah.
Dirk had become enamored
Bianca
of Marcy,
Jagger,
a French actress
Mick's
who spoke
ex-wife
no
at the
English
time.
and precious little French. When they married in London, the service was conducted in Spanish, Italian, and Chinese.
It's Paul McCartney. It's Eric Idle.
I love you. I love. It's you I love. Today is our wedding day. Oh, you always
Just the worst.
D.
Being married to a musician, I guess. Oh, now this song is good, see. I love this song.
Time goes by as we all know, naturally.
It's just being goofy.
People come and people go, naturally.
Oh.
Let's be natural.
My lovely wife. Oh, shit. Just silly,
Nasty,
you know.
meanwhile, visited an exhibition of
Oh,
broken
here we
art
go.
at the pretentious galleries.
So here's the John Lennon
The art exhibits
side.
had all been dropped out of tall
Again,
buildings
this
and
is
then
all
put on
before the
display.
Let It Be stuff.
Amongst the little piles of rubble, Nasty found the artist herself, Chastity, a simple German girl whose
There's
father had
Yoko.
invented World War II.
She's a little Hitler.
Fascinated him with her destructo art. They talked all through the night
Destructo.
as she outlined her plans to drop artists out of planes. Nasty adored her. They announced their engagement next day at a press conference held in his shower. What are you doing this morning?
We're doing this for peace and basically because the world is, you know, going astray and it's sinking.
This is the bed-in bit.
We're getting wet in a shower because basically we talked it over, Chastity and myself, and we came to the conclusion that civilization was nothing more than an effective sewage system controlled by the use of plumbing. We hope to demonstrate this to the world.
Nasty and Chastity now plunged themselves into the art world. Together,
He does
they
a
made
good
film
John
called
Lennon,
A
man.
Thousand
He's
Feet
so
of Film.
funny.
Stig, meanwhile, had hidden in the background so much that in 1969 a rumor
George
went around
Harrison.
that he was dead. He was supposed to have been killed in a flash fire at a waterbed shop.
It's a mix-up on the
and
Paul is dead.
replaced by a plastic and wax replica from Madame Tussauds. Several so-called facts helped the emergence of this rumor. One, he never said anything publicly. Even as the quiet one, he'd not said a word since 1966. Two, on the cover of their latest album, Shabby
Oh.
Red, he's wearing no trousers,
Uh-oh.
an Italian way of indicating death. Three, Nasty supposedly sings I Buried Stig on I Am the Waitress. In fact, he sings E Burestiano,
Oh, no.
which is very bad Spanish for Have You a Water Buffalo? Four, on the cover of the Sergeant Rutter album, Stig is leaning in the exact position
Oh, shit.
of a dying Yeti from the
Dying
Rutler's Book of
Yeti.
the Dead. Five, if you
Who knows
see
what a
the
dying
title
Yeti
of
looks like?
Sergeant Rutter's only darts club band backwards, it's supposed to sound
Only dance
very
club
like
band.
Stig has been dead for ages, honestly. In fact, it sounds uncannily like Denab Bulk Ilno Stretta Tenegris.
Tenegris.
Palpable nonsense. Stig was, of course, far from dead, although not, in fact, far from Isha.
Oh.
He had fallen in bed with Gertrude Strange,
Hmm.
a large-breasted, biologically accommodating American girl whose father had invented the limpet mine. When they met, it was lust at first sight.
Sorry.
Barry, meanwhile, had also spent a year in bed as a tax dodge. Eric Manchester thinks he had either received appalling financial advice or he was desperately trying to start a Barry is also dead room. When he finally got up, Ruttlecore
Time
was in a
out.
perilous financial plight. Nasty had flown back in a hurry from his honeymoon rally in Nuremberg to meet the most feared promoter in the
Oh,
world,
here we go.
Ron Decline.
Ron Decline. Alan Klein was the Beatles manager that Let It Be sort of is, or Get Back,
Klein had a
is
reputation
where
as a
it
hard
all
man.
starts
His only weak spot
when this
was
manager
disaster.
begins to get in
Anyone
the
was
picture.
free to inspect his
I
books,
think what I heard
but no
is
one could find
there's a
the
scene with
facts.
Alan Klein
He
in
struck
Get
terror
Back
into the hearts of his subordinates.
where he basically introduces himself, and it's
People
like
would
the
commit
beginning and the
suicide
end of
rather
a lot
than
of
meet him.
people's minds.
In business, his left hand never knew who his right hand was doing. Nasty adored him. He was a man
Yeah.
after his own wallet.
Guy's like stapled to the wall.
Decline promised the Rutles
Uh-oh.
that if they let him take care of their royalties, they would never have to worry about money again. Stig, meanwhile, was accepting the financial advice of Billy Kodak.
Oh,
While
gee.
Dirk had invited Arnold
Linda
Schwarzenegger,
Eastman,
Brown and
Kodak.
Goldberger to
Oh
handle
my
his
God.
end of the name, and Barry was consulting the I Ching every 3.5 minutes. There was a plethora of lawyers.
Oh my God,
Suddenly,
the
everyone
lawyers.
became amazingly litigious. I remember I'd get up in the morning, sue someone, check in the papers I hadn't been fired, go to the office, sue someone, pick up the morning's writ, sue the bank, go out for lunch, sue the restaurant, get back in, collect the writs that had been received that afternoon, read the papers, phone the papers, sue the papers, and go home,
And go home.
sue the wife.
See the
You ask me, where's the money? Where's the money? I mean, I don't know where the money is. I've never.
Oh, here we go. This is
figures, you
good.
know that. I don't know anything about math. It was never my good subject. I don't know where the money is, but if you need money, I'll give you money. But this really surprises me. I'm really shocked. Because I thought we had something here a lot stronger than just business. I mean, you know, I love you more than I love my own family. I do. I want to protect you. I want to help you. I want to protect you from the outside world. Protect you from people like me. You know? And I think I'm doing a good job.
At the final meeting, 134 legal people and accountants
so good.
filed into a small 8x10 room. Only 87 came out alive. The black hole of Savile Row had taken toll of some of the finest merchant banking brains of a generation. Luckily, that's not very serious, but the Rutles were obviously self-destructing fast. In the midst of all this public bickering, Let It Rot was released as a film, an album, and a lawsuit. In 1970, Dirk sued Stig, Nasty, and Barry. Barry sued Dirk, Nasty, and Stig. Nasty sued Barry, Dirk, and Stig sued himself accidentally. It was the beginning of a golden era for lawyers. But
golden
for
era
live
for
on
lawyers.
a London rooftop, it was the beginning of the end. 1, 2, 3,
Oh, shit. That's it. Oh, man. Yeah, so there it was, man. The Rutles. All you need is cash. That's the name of it. That wasn't the song in it. But, yeah, great sort of preface in a lot of ways to get back. So happy Thanksgiving again. This was my treat for you. I wouldn't really do anything. I would rather just sit back and enjoy the holiday myself, but I decided, well, I was actually going to do something else. I think I forgot about the Rutles, and I was going to do another thing, a video which had more childhood kind of stuff, which I'll do actually next time or immediately after this if I can figure it out. But yeah, the Rutles was, again, it was a really good parody, and they actually did do live performances. You can find them on YouTube. They went for many years, actually. There was actually a sequel, which was not that good. It was kind of a rehash of the first one with just additional footage or extra stuff that was cut. It really wasn't that great. But there was an extra album, a second sort of album, if you will, from the first movie, this one that we showed a clip from. And that was actually really good. So they were, musically, it was really on par with the Beatles, but it was funny that's just written, you know, many years later. A parody that sort of became, you know, just as good as, or I always thought they seemed like lost Beatles songs, to be honest with you, or retakes or something, you know. But anyway, that's my catchphrase. But anyway, I want to thank you again for watching. I don't really have any need to go to the Vinny back there. I guess he's still waiting. He can wait till next time. But anyway, that's it. That's the Rutles. All you need is cash. Please check the link below for that one. I will also include the link for the Let It Be movie, the original Let It Be movie, in the Internet Archive video section. I can't show those clips. They won't. They block the whole thing from me. But you can watch it if you go to the link below. And I want to thank you again for watching and supporting. And whenever you see this, hopefully you see it that day, but this day, but might not happen. Might be a few days later. That's fine. And sayonara. Pilgrim. Earthquake.